all what you need to know about divisions. The maths, they are so beautiful. For example, if we had an apple, or maybe 3, and we try to add 2 more apples, well, we know that that is an addition, and the answer is quite easy. We will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. And if we were talking about a subtraction, it's quite similar. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. But today we are going to talk about one of the most complex operations, that is the division. But why the division is so hard? Well, we are going to discover that today. The division is about distribution. For example, imagine that there is a meeting with 4 people and they have a pizza. How do we distribute the slices of pizza? Well, it is quite easy. You could start trying to give 1 slice to each one of them. 1 for you, 1 for you, and for you. Then you are going to discover that there are 4 slices more, so you can continue with the same procedure. This will be for you, this will be for you, this for you, and this for you. So now if you count the slices of pizza for each one of them, you are going to discover that they have 2 slices. Since we had 8 slices of pizza at the beginning, 4 friends to distribute them, and each one of them got 2 slices, we can conclude that 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Probably you have noticed that 4 times 2 is equal to 8, and that is because you already know the multiplication table. And there is a reason for that. It is because the division is just an inverse multiplication. Let's see an example for that. 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Another way to see this operation is 18 divided by 6, always start with the biggest number, is equal to 3. Or, on the other hand, 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. Another example, 7 times 5 is equal to 35. So, 35 divided by 7 is equal to 5, or on the other hand, 37 divided by 5 is equal to 7. And those kind of divisions are what we call an exact division. Yes, it is because they have a exactly correspondence with a multiplication in the multiplication table. But what if I had different numbers? Imagine that I remove one of the people in the meeting and I start to distribute the pizza with the rest of the people. Okay? From the beginning everything is okay, but suddenly we are going to discover that there is no way to distribute them in equal parts, so what can we do now? Okay, maybe I am exaggerating and it's not so bad. Let's try to do this step by step. For example, with 58 divided by 5. That, by the way, is the same than the fraction 58 over 5. How can we do this? Let's check it out. We're going to draw something like this. And we are going to take our big number, 58. We are going to put it just here. Oh, but maybe we are going to need a bigger number. That's better. And then we are going to divide it by 5. Okay. We are going to call this number the divisor because it's dividing. And we are going to call this other one the dividend because it's being divided by. Now let's clean our whiteboard to do this. Let's start covering the 8 in this way. So, in that way we are going to have an easier division, that is 5 divided by 5. So the solution for this is very easy, and it's 1. Maybe you are wondering why. Well, there is a very easy explanation, and it is because 5 times 1 is equal to 5. As a consequence, 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. Now, we have to put a reminder below the 5, that is 0 in this case. Maybe you are wondering, why 0? Well, it is very easy, and it is because this was an exact division. So in those cases, we don't need a reminder. Now we are going to uncover the 8, and we are going to copy it just next to the 0. Now we are going to look for a number multiplied by 5 that is close to the 8. We know that 5 times 1 is equal to 5. We also know that 5 times 2 is equal to 10. We're looking for an 8. The 8 is exactly between those two numbers, but since we cannot exceed the quantity, we are going to choose the first one. We have two options, 1 or 2. We are going to choose the lower one, that is 1. And we are going to put it just there. Now, we have to discover the distance that is between 5 and 8. That was the number that we were looking for. So if you do the subtraction, you are going to discover that it is a 3. So that is our reminder. Let's put it right here. This number 11 will be our quotient, and this other number 3 will be our reminder. Do you want another example? Of course you do. So let's check it out. 109 divided by 7. Well, the procedure is the same at the beginning. We are going to cover the numbers that we don't want. But something weird is happening here. We cannot divide 1 by 7 because 1 is lower. So we're going to do something slightly different. What if we move our hand one place to the right? Yeah, that's better. Now we can divide 10 by 7. We know that 7 times 1 is equal to 7. And 7 times 2 is equal to 14. The number that we are looking for is 10. That is exactly between 7 and 14. It's the same case. We have to choose the lower one, that in this case is 1 instead of 2. Now, what is the distance between 7, the number that we got with the multiplication, and 10, the number that we were looking for? Exactly, 3. So we are going to put 3 below the 10. Now we are going to uncover the 9. We have to copy it next to the 3, and we have to look for a number close to that in the table of the 7. We know that 7 times 4 is equal to 28. We also know that 7 times 5 is equal to 35. And 7 times 6 is equal to 42. The number that we are looking for is 39. That is between 35 and 42. So we are going to choose the 5, of course, because we also have to choose the lower one. Now, what is the distance between 35, the number that we got with the multiplication, and 39, the number that we were looking for? Exactly, it is 4. So we are going to put it right here. Again, 15 will be our quotient and 4 will be our reminder. And all of those things are what we call the algorithm. I know that probably at this moment you are feeling something like this, but it is okay. The purpose of this video is that you can watch it whenever you want, the times that you need, and it's going to be here forever, so you don't have to worry. And I know what you are going to say, teacher, come on, all of us have a calculator in our houses. Why not just type 100 divided by 7 and I'm going to get the result as easy as that? But is really as easy as that? Can you see something weird happening here? Unfortunately, when you are working with a calculator and you try to do your divisions using it, you are going to get results like this one. So those are a lot of decimal places and we don't know how to work with them by the moment. But you don't have to worry, because there are some cool websites where you can try with the numbers that we use in the example, and you're going to discover that in Spanish appears something that they call resto, that is the same as the remainder, that is a 4, and the answer or the quotient is a 15. Or on the other hand, you can use the decimal places, like here in this answer 15.57. I am going to leave the link of this website in the description. In future videos we are going to continue talking about the decimal places and how to work with them. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to leave your comment in the section below before you go. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you the next time.